Good morning, everyone. This is Bremster, and after a few day break from streaming, I'm going to return and play some more Alexplorer. Alexplorer is the character I am using to play through all of the stories in World of Warcraft, starting with all of the original vanilla zones, and having a lot of fun doing this. So I'm mostly limiting myself to ground mounts, which is going to be very interesting now that I've actually done some dragon riding, and I'll explain. Wow, there's a lot of stuff here. I'll explain all of this in a minute. Okay. So, wow, another 8,000 gold. This is just crazy. So let's put some auctions up. So I need to okay, so I do have my Paladin Swearingen is an enchanter and can learn that. So I'm going to send that through. To my Paladin. These other ones. I'm going to put up. And then I'm going to head off, and my plan... I just... see if I can get someone to have it. Just get some auctions running while no one's watching. Okay, so the plan is to do Western Plaguelands. This is part of the WoW journey, so I'm showing a lot of this. There is a lot of stuff I'm not showing, however. I'm just going to sell that. Vendor that. I'm actually just going to vendor that, and I'm just going to vendor that. I'm going to vendor those. Okay,
very well, then.
So I'm still doing this on a ground mount, but spending time on a ground mount is going to be very, very weird. Now, I've been sick a bit this week, so I actually spent a lot of my time this week doing archaeology on my main, Bremic. And I've actually gotten Bremic to level 80 doing archaeology. It only took, I don't know, about 7 or 8 hours to level from 70 to 80 using archaeology. I did it all pretty much on Azeroth, and I also did a lot of learning how to use dragon riding. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. I've not done Deep Run Tram on this character. So I'm going to head back to right where I was and go through the Deep Run Tram. Well, no one is watching. But at some point in the future. So because Stormwind and Ironforge can't be travelled through can't be travelled between without going through level 60 zones effectively.
Off and away.
They added the Deep Run Tram, which was a way of being able to travel between the two zones. And this is the Deep Run Tram. A very long zone. And I remember people used to have parties in that little room. You can run the entire... It might have been that one. You can run the entire length of the Deep Run Tram. It takes a long time. And there's the aquarium. And there is still a quest here. Excellent.
Pleased to meet you.
Deep Run Roundup still exist.
Avast ye skillywag, are ye looking for work? We got a serious rat problem down here and not enough hands on the poop deck. What do ye say? All ye needs to do is take this here rat-catching flute and play the melody around the vermin. They'll follow ye to the ends of the world. Just capture 5 of the little buggers and bring 'em back here. We needs 'em alive. Arr. Capture 5 Deep Run rats using the rat catcher's flute.
Off and away.
I was sitting on Haggle.
It's too far away.
I've enthralled the Deep Run rat. Come on, rats. Come on. Come on. You can do it.
Hey! Alrighty then.
These'll work nicely, matey. Me brother needs 'em to, needs some still ticking and kicking, else they go sour. You don't want no sour rat kebab.
Be seeing you.
Because the guy at the other end used to sell rat
Can I help you?
kebabs.
Need assistance? My, you're a tall one.
Into the box, me pretties. That's it. One by one ye go.
Hi, how are
Me brother in Nipsey runs a rat kebab operation on the other side of Deep Run. You needs to take this here crate of rats to him before they go bad. Get a move on. You have ridden the tram before. Aye, it's easy. Just step aboard and when she arrives and enjoy the ride. And keep your arms and legs inside during the ride. Yes, ye be peg-legged for life. So I should accept this when the tram arrives. So it looks like I'm going to be doing multiple runs of the Deep Run tram.
You have a great day.
Congratulations. Chicka 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 chicka.
Multiple runs. Hey, Chip. I expected to do one run of the Deep Run tram. I didn't know that I'd have to do multiples. But that's the Deep Run tram for you.
Greetings. Very good.
Nipsey puts his finger through one of the air holes of the carton. Alive and kicking, and just in time.
Alrighty then.
Poor Monty. Ever since the Gnomerican incident, he hasn't been the same. That boy has never seen an ocean in his life, let alone being some kind of pirate, Nipsey sighs. At least he keeps the flow of twitching critters coming.
Very well then.
Yeah, missed the tram. Now, technically, you don't need to do /train when you get on the Deep Run tram, but why wouldn't you? I reckon I could stay in the Deep Run tram for 3 hours and not see another player. I'm not going to, but I think you could. There you go. Deep run tram done. Uh-oh.
Can I help you?
We've lost contact with Bingles. He sent our customers over Nomagon and hasn't reported back. There's a whole bunch of quests I haven't done. How am I going to find all of these quests that are just random ones I haven't done? You know what? I'm going to try and...
My, you're a tall one.
Congratulations.
So to Lochmodan. So there's going to be quests all over the place.
Interesting.
But the thing I've studied the most is ooze. I know it sounds odd, but they're all over. I helped a lady in Menethil find her bag not too long ago. It was eaten by oozes. I've seen members of the Royal Apothecary Society from Undercity collecting samples of the stuff. I want to know why. Where does it come from? I've heard of more in Fellwood. What I need are samples of the oozes there so I can further my researches. I'll give you some containers. You can use them to collect a sample from the deceased creatures.
Off and away.
So I've already done Fellwood, but there's all of these leftover quests. So Lochmodan. Take the portal from Eastern Earth Shrine to Mount Hyjal. No, I don't want to do it that way. I'm glad it's optional. Yes, that's the fastest way to get there, but that's not the way I want to do it. And what's the quest in here? Cooking
Got my
trainer.
attention. Watch your back.
I know, Alexplorer, this is going to be a disaster. If we don't find some chicken soon, you cannot just make cock and lickle soup without the chicken. It's not possible. There's still time to make the soup and broth if you can find some fresh chicken. Will you help me? There are usually a few chickens running around outside the front entrance of the city.
Off with you.
Okay. I'm getting distracted, but there's all of these little quests to do and getting to the front entrance. Slowed down a little by... There's a Dunmorrow chicken. There's a Dunmorrow chicken.
Congratulations.
What can I do for you? See you soon. Safe travels. See you soon. How are ya? Off with you.
Lochmodan.
Safe.
I was really surprised. So, oh, there's a quest down there. Oh, that's the general one. The heroes board. So I was really surprised. So yeah, not feeling well, I decided to just do some archaeology because I realized you can level up with gathering, and then I thought I don't have gathering profession on Bremic, and I was like, hang on, you can. Does archaeology still give XP? And the answer was it still gives a lot of XP. So I was able to get 10 levels in under 10 hours just doing archaeology. And to move between archaeology zones, I went, okay, I've heard dragon riding is really fast, so I'm going to turn on dragon riding and see how it works. And it took me a couple of hours to sort of figure out how it works and everything. And dragon riding is too fast because it makes the entire world feel small. Like you got the point where it's like you get your 40% or 60% speed mount, and it's like, oh my god, I'm so zoomy because I can move across an entire zone in a couple of minutes or in like 3 minutes rather than running across it in 10. But you can fly across the entire continent. Like, I swear I was taking less than 3 minutes to fly from Booty Bay all the way up into Eastern Plaguelands. It's just so fast. And it's like, you're flying over entire zones in only a few seconds. It's like, this is too fast. It makes the game feel trivially small. And if everyone's dragon riding everywhere, what's the point? Like, what's the point in having all of the detail? The game may as well be procedurally generated. Yeah. Interesting concept. By the way, Bremic digged 80 standing right there. He was right there when he dinged 80 because I was doing archaeology, and that's one of the archaeology dig sites.
Pleased to meet you.
So, Norn doesn't trust my reconnaissance abilities. I wonder why. Never mind that. I need your assistance. Nay, the movement needs your assistance. And then there's nothing else because I've already done all the quests here. But
Welcome.
for now, Trouble in Gnomeregan, I believe that's the Western Plaguelands quest. Restless Pet Battles quest, sorry. Okay, so this is a quest I need to be careful about. This one here, Restless Dead. Where's this Restless Dead quest in my log? I'm not sure what's going on there, but we want to fly to Chillwind Camp.
Be good.
And then I can start Western Plaguelands. 25 minutes into the session where I was going to do Western Plaguelands. But yeah, dragon riding is just insane. And I've got it available on this character. I believe. Like, I've got the switch flight styles listed here. So I could absolutely, I believe, turn on dragon riding, and then I could have flown to my destination in a couple of minutes. But it's not the way I want to do this. Like, I reckon you could power level through or power play through all of the zones very quickly if you were using all of the abilities available. It's scary. Like, when I get to Outland, to know that, like, a lot of the big journeys and stuff, there are areas in Outland you can only get to by flying. So for those areas, I will absolutely have to use flying because they're designed with flying in mind. I'm still going to try and do a lot of it on ground mount. But when I was doing the north to south flights, I would be coming across here and I would be zipping across the wetlands in just a few seconds. It's just disturbingly quick. So much so that the world almost stops existing. It's just... It really made the world feel small. And I've heard that with the next expansion, which has just been announced, and if I'd pre-ordered the next expansion, I would have gotten all of the stuff I got with the expansion I bought about a week ago thrown in for free. So I just spent money, which I didn't need to, whatever. But apparently when that expansion goes live, they're going to make dragon riding even easier, because at the moment you need to sort of maintain flight, and there's a bit of skill involved in sort of getting maintaining what's called vigor to be able to keep doing the dragon riding. Apparently when the next expansion comes out, all of that's going to go away, and it's just going to be a steady ability to, on a timer, be able to push the buttons and go real fast. It's just like, holy cow, this is just going to be like, the world is just going to vanish. Now, I will admit there was something really cool about being able to go way up high and then just sort of beeline in on certain things, but it just made the world feel tiny. I need my blankie. I don't need to run my heater. It's not that cold, but it's cold enough that I think I want to sit under my blankie. Now, one of the things that should happen this session, which is really cool, is I should get to run Old Scholarmance. Because one of the things that I like about playing Alexplorer is to know that I've done all of the running around these zones. I've ridden through that tunnel. I've run to all of the locations in this zone, and I've done it all via ground mounts. So I've been everywhere. I've done... Yeah, I did Stromgarde. I think I remember doing Stromgarde. I must have done Stromgarde. But... you know, riding up through here to Hinterlands, riding around the Hinterlands and doing all of this on foot. It's been really, really cool. I've enjoyed that. Interesting that the flight to Chillwind takes you via Airy Peak. What is the direction I'm going? This is very strange. Oh, it's because South Shore doesn't exist anymore. Wow, it flies you over Ravenholt Manor. So much for Ravenholt Manor being a secret. Not that I could see Ravenholt Manor while I was flying over. Up there, I think. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Western Plaguelands.
You need something?
I hail from Westfall, far to the south, as do these men that travel with me. We are farmers, and nothing more. I have been told that Lordaeron had been healed, and that it was ready for tilling. However, this commander now tells me that it's too dangerous to proceed. He says that there's a war going on, and that the plague lanes still aren't healed. Before anything else, I need to get some food in my men's stomachs. Anything will do. Bear seems to be plentiful.
Be careful. Greetings.
We must always be prepared for battle, Alexplorer. Whether that battle is against the Forsaken in Andorhell, against the Scourge in the east, or against some yet unknown foe is unknown. What is known is that we must be ready. We are low on arrows. I can obtain the shafts and heads, but I still need feathers. The birds that circle to the northwest typically molt this time of year. Would you mind travelling out into the field and gathering some of these feathers for our camp?
See you around.
Ah, the Argent Crusade. Have I got Argent Crusade rep yet? Doesn't look like it.
Well,
Nope, I'm now neutral with Argent Crusade. I saw the strangest commotion coming through the town the other day. Horse-drawn cart loaded with crates and chests, and a Worgen woman at the reins. Blood elf by her side, and a dwarven paladin running behind, yelling some of the most creative obscenities I've heard in quite some time. They looked like they were headed to Eastern Plaguelands, though I'd imagine they can't be far past the Thandora River by now. I wonder what they were up to.
safe travels. Congratulations.
So the Argent Crusade are the people who are leading the fight against all of the bad stuff that's going on here. I just became neutral with the Argent Crusade, so I probably, if I can find them... Hello? Oh, right, they're now listed as a Wrath of the Lich King rep? Okay. Interesting.
Salutations! You have a great day now.
Yeah, that's a little interesting. Oh, Argent Dawn is what I may have been thinking about. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. There's a feather on the ground. They're picky about their bear meat, aren't they? No, I didn't even see the quill. Thought I was clicking on the iron.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Hey there.
Travelled a long way. Anything you can spare is
For the
appreciated.
Alliance.
You hunt like a true paladin. Even if we can't set up our homesteads, we can still eat.
Have a good one. What can I do for you?
It's good to see you back, Alexplorer.
See you later.
I'll have my Fletchers get to work on these. Glad to see you being so useful right away, Alexplorer. Perhaps later I will have some more exciting tasks
good
for
one.
you. High Priestess now has a quest. She used to always
Use
have
honor,
quests.
friend.
Surrey Hill, just up the road to the northeast, was one of the first places that the Argent Crusaders and Cenarian Circle were able to heal. The area is now freed of the scourge. However, there are still many spectres of the past that, for some reason, have not passed on into the next world. They may be mourning, they may have unfinished business, or they may just be lost. Take my thurible and use it to douse them with holy incense. One way or another, we will help them move on to the next plane.
Be careful.
So the undead are gone. So the mob that dropped my glowing Brightwood staff doesn't exist anymore. That's sad. So I got a staff as a drop when Bremick was level 52 the first time. Like Bremick was level 52. He was level 52, and it was a slavering ghoul or something standing right here, and it was like, oh my lord, what am I going to do with that? So amazing. It was like, I ended up using it.
I can't use that item yet.
Some souls just don't want to rest. We call them souls.
It's not ready yet.
Yeah, you used to see frost mages here farming. Can't even remember what for. It might have been Argent Dawn Rep.
It's still recharging. It's not ready.
Oh, Marlene Redpath, the Redpath quest.
Congratulations.
I wonder if this is going to be a thing. Oh my god, they've closed the door to the house. I wonder if the Redpath quest is still going to be a thing. I don't think I've ever seen this house with a closed door. That's a little bit cray. I mean, as I said, it feels new, even though this is the way the game has been for over a decade. Because those of us who played through it when it was in its original form over and over and over and over didn't really play through it that much in the new Cataclysm form. I don't remember there ever being a mailbox here.
Greetings.
Hopefully most of them passed on peacefully. Thank you, Alexplorer.
Light bless you.
Oh, now you want to talk to me again.
Need help?
These men and women here at Chilwyn Camp have noble goals, but their ultimate purpose is war. I would like to offer you an opportunity to pursue more peaceful goals. At the Mender's Stead, beyond war-torn Andorhal, to the north, the Argent Crusade has joined forces with the Cenarian Circle. Together, we work on healing this land from the plague that used to reign here. Are you interested in joining our cause, Paladin?
Have a good Congratulations.
I don't know. Maybe. But first, to Andorhal. As opposed to Exorhel, which is a different type of logic. So this all used to just be the ruins of Andorhal. He disappeared because...
Good day to you.
And this inn used to be one of the few buildings that actually was intact. And in this building was Chromie
Safe travels.
upstairs.
You need something? Safe travels.
So this used to be a burnt out Lost Inn. But upstairs in the back room, back here, was Chromie. It was the only place that Chromie existed. Thessarian?
I am yours to command.
Dark Master Gandling of the Cult of the Damned leads the Scourge offensive here at Underhell. My counterpart, Koltira, leads the Forsaken forces. If we are to win Underhell, we have to defeat both, but we will certainly fail if we take on both at once. I know Koltira well enough to know that he will focus on the Scourge first. We will do the same. Take out the weaker, desiccated Scourge to reduce their numbers. The Forsaken will have to wait to taste our wrath.
The Ebon Blade will prevail.
I wore that cloak for a very long time.
Dried up Scourge, weak. Abominations, strong. We defeat strong abominations. We win war.
Destroy 6 open gut behemoths. Yummy.
Hey!
Urge the summoner is bolstering the Scourge defenses with simple skeletons, an army of weaklings that will overwhelm you before it overpowers you. He has assembled animi within Underhell's northern towers that spew these skeletons out at an alarming rate. But I've got a solution. Lang passes you a handful of grenades. Their function is simple. Throwing these grenades at a bone animus, or for that matter, a mob of skeletons, will reduce them to splinters.
Off and away!
There used to be quests that you would pick up inside the town hall as well. I'm assuming they're gone. Rattlegore is here? So Rattlegore was one of the bosses of the original Scarlet Monastery and was removed from New Scarlet Monastery, but I've unlocked the original Scarlet Monastery. There's Araj the Summoner. I kind of want to avoid him until I've got a quest to do. And this is where you would get the quest all along the watchtowers.
I need to get closer.
Because what you used to have to do is defeat the guardians of these watchtowers, but the problem was that they were real tough, and you used to have to light the torches.
Congratulations.
You used to have to light the torches that were on the side of the door, but if you got too close to the door, you would aggro the elite. So it was a case of, can I find the point where I'm close enough to light the torch without aggroing the elite? And some mobs, some models could do it. You could do it as a gnome. You could do it as, I think undead could do it. Tauren couldn't. Yeah, it was always a bit weird. So I need to kill one more open gut and one more. So if I do that, that should complete both.
Congratulations.
Hi, how are you?
These grenades are all explosives, nothing more. I may not be a goblin engineer, but I understand the value of being able to just explode things every once in a while.
You have a great day.
With the Animus destroyed, the next logical step is to take out Arrange himself, and to take a shard of his phylactery. You've probably already seen him lurking at the fountain in the centre of town. Take my grenades with you. They won't do anything to Arrange, but if he decides to summon any of those skeletons, you can use them to blow them away. Again.
Be seeing you.
Blow them all
I am
away.
here to serve. None shall oppose you.
You may not act quickly, but at least you do not fail me. I think I was pretty quick. Very well. I will have more important task for you, Alexplorer, when the time is right.
We do what the living cannot.
Abomination strong. Alexplorer stronger.
Well met. None shall oppose you, Deathlord.
Scholomance is one of the few Scourge holdouts remaining west of Thandorl. The headmaster of Scholomance, a cultist by the name of Dark Master Gandling, has made an appearance on the battlefield. This will be his final mistake. You will find Gandling in a square near this northern end of town. I want you to fight and weaken Gandling. I will join you to help finish him off.
We do what the living cannot.
Gandling has brought his lieutenant, Rattlegore, with him. This clattering horror is far more dangerous than any of the other Scourge you will find upon the battlefield, even the abominations. You will find Rattlegore within an old town hall building near the centre of town. I recommend caution before fighting him, Alexplorer. He will not be a pushover. No, he will be a shield down.
The ebon blade will prevail.
Do, 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 do. Stormtrooper. 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 I've been watching Robot Chicken a lot recently. Robot Chicken is good. Stormtrooper. There's Rattlegore.
Congratulations.
He was a bit of a pushover. See, I got some Argent Crusade rep. Not much, just a little. There's Arage the Summoner, also a pushover. When I zone into Scholomance, I'm probably going to get a buff because I should have the buff account wide, and the account should give me the ability to get Scourge Stones because I've unlocked that. There's Dark Master Gandling. Boom. He put me in a prison. There's Thessarian and Koltura.
Congratulations.
Darkmaster, enough of this! The cult of the damned doesn't need Anderhell. This worthless city is yours to fight over. I'd heard rumours that you were here in Lordaeron. Oh, Koltira says that. Koltira, heard correctly, Thessarian. I wanted to give you a chance to kill me again. Thessarian laughs. Looks like it may have to come to that. Yes, it may, but not today. With the Scourge out of the way, I plan to pull my troops back and regroup. I see. Then I will do the same. But you must be aware, we are brothers no longer. You are a member of the Horde now, and I of the Alliance. Eventually, we will fight for this battle for Anderhell, and only one of us can walk off this battlefield victorious. Yes, I know, and don't think I'll go easy on you. The Saurian laughs. I look forward to it. The Saurian whispers, "You are not to speak to anyone about the agreement that was made today, Alexplorer. Consider this an order from your direct superior." Oh, direct superior, is it?
I am yours to command.
Excellently done, Alexplorer. And now, with the leader of the Scourge forces eliminated from Underhell, we bide our time.
None shall oppose you, Lord.
Excellently done, Alexplorer. Araj is a formidable opponent. Be prepared. Araj dead. This is good. That gnome has done his part in winning this war. As have you, Alexplorer.
The Ebon Blade will prevail.
The Alliance are victorious, and our forces are still strong. Military strategy dictates that we attack the Forsaken now while they are recovering and unaware. I made a deal, however. We will wait. We attack Koltira and his troops when the time is right. In the meantime, speak with Ginny Goodwin and take a flight to the Chillwind camp to ourselves. Commander Ashlam Valafist will give you your next assignment. You will hear from me when you are needed again in
None shall
Underhell.
oppose you, Lord.
Okay. So you want me to go back to Chillwind? I can do that.
Hey there. Safe travels.
Because while I'm gone, they can change the zone of Chillwind and Underhell, and possibly Underhell can fall. Who knows? Because now I can't see it, so they can change the zone.
Can I help you?
Word arrived shortly before you did, Alexplorer. With the Scourge ejected from Underhell, we are one step closer to taking Lordaeron.
See you later.
These farmers from the south wish to take these farms, but I can't let them enter the Plague Lands unprepared. Even with the Scourge gone, danger still looms in the form of the Forsaken. No, we must be ready to fight, and that includes our new visitors. Before doing anything else, however, I would recommend that you travel to Uther's tomb to the east, and place this tribute before his statue to ask for his blessing. Speak with the priest that tends to the tomb when you are finished.
See you around.
This is an old quest. Here we go off to the Uther's tomb, the Uther's tomb, the Uther's tomb. This is going to be a lot easier now that there's no hostile mobs around here, because getting to Uther's tomb used to involve fighting a lot of things. Now, there's nothing here to fight. And there used to be Miranda the Hag.
Interesting. You have a great day now.
Interesting character, Miranda, if I remember correctly. The Path of Uther. They've upgraded this. This used to just be a little shrine.
Congratulations.
Uther's Blessing. Critical strike chance increased by 10%. Here lies Uther, the Lightbringer, first Paladin, founder of the Order of the Silver Hand. Uther lived and died to defend the kingdom of Lordaeron. Though he was betrayed by his most beloved student, we believe that his spirit lives on. He continued to watch over us, even as the shadows close in around our ruined land. His light is the light of all humanity, and so, as we honor his example, it shall never fade.
Greetings.
You and the humans at Chillwind Camp wish to retake Underhell? I wish you luck.
May the stars.
If you truly intend to move forward in this battle for Underhell, well, perhaps I can help. To the east lies a large crypt. The bottom level of the crypt was once used for storage of weapons and armor, until the Scourge came. Now that the undead have left, the weapons are free for the taking. Most of the weapons are probably rusted and rotten by now. They will serve better than tunics and pitchforks.
Good luck.
Congratulations.
No, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to focus it. The Sorrow Hill Crypt has existed the whole time as well. And there is a rare spawn here. Scattered all over the bottom level of the crypt you find shattered crates that once held weapons and armor. It appears that somebody got here before you did. As you turn around, you see silhouettes of shambling skeletons on the stairs. The undead aren't gone from this crypt. They were lying in wait. Furthermore, they appear to be armed with the weapons that you came looking for. You have to escape from the crypt. On your way out, you should gather as many pieces of equipment as you can.
I need a target.
Yeah, these are the mobs that I originally got my glowing brightwood from. It's just they only exist in here now, apparently, while you're on this quest. Oh no, there's a lot of them around now. Honestly, right here is a point I will never forget. Back on Proudmoor, back in, it would have been 2005, early 2000. Was it 2005? Yeah, it would have been early 2005, I think.
Greetings.
What happened at Uther's tomb, Alexplorer?
Be careful.
Attacked by ghosts? Strange. I suppose that crypt wasn't fully healed after all. You just missed Thurman Grant. You remember that oaf of a farmer that was here earlier? He took his men with him and travelled to the nearest farm, against my orders.
For the Alliance.
The farmers travelled to the Writhing Haunt, an old farm to the northeast across the river. Someone needs to keep an eye on them. Bring them those rusty weapons and armour you found. We can't have them fighting with pitchforks.
Congratulations.
I thought he left.
Help you. See you around.
This is a bug. I'm supposed to meet him
For the Alliance.
here. So I'm going to assume that he's not there because he's not supposed to be. That's an interesting little bug, that is. Yeah, all the time you had spent sitting on these hills, getting your mana back and everything so you could pull the undead that were in this area. Man. And then riding through Anderhell. Because you were farming for Scourge Stones. which I am going to get because I've unlocked the ability, which have been removed from the game, but you can get them if you do a particular quest chain. Oh, what? He's in a different phase? That's not fair. No, that's not what I meant to do.
I need to get closer.
Yeah, I can't get close enough to pull him. That's not fair.
Hey there.
Did Valifus send you? He doesn't know when to let up, does he?
Have a good one.
Well, now that you're here, we'll gladly take that armor off your hands. And keep the weapons, though. Men wouldn't know which end to hold.
Later.
I told Commander Valifus that we could hold our own, and we intend to. I had a little conversation with the Death Knight General, Thessarian, on my way over here, and we found this plan to help in our own way. We will take control of this farm, begin to cultivate the land, and then, when the battle for Underhill commences, we will attack the Forsaken from the rear. They'll never expect it. First, we need to get rid of these Forsaken outriders. Kill some, then return to me. Spaced out so you could fight one at a time when you might be playing at a tricky level, but also means that I can't use my AoE ability.
Congratulations.
What can I do for you?
You fight well, human. No kidding. My men could stand to learn a few moves from an experienced paladin like you.
See you around.
In fact, you might still be able to help train some of my men. You probably noticed the abomination outside. We initially tried to fight him, but he didn't fight back. He seems to want to help out on the farm. Take a group of 4 settlers and challenge this abomination to combat. He seems to be pretty tough, but with 1 of him and 5 of you, I think you'll have a chance of beating him.
Have a good one.
What we do?
Gory not very good at planting, but very, very good at reaping. If you really want to help out, you can help me and my friends with some combat practice.
Congratulations.
You want the fight? Alright, Corey fight. Corey give up. You find us fight more good.
Can I help you?
We can handle things from here. Thank you for your help, Alexplorer. I assume that when we next meet, it will be in battle. Take care of yourself until then. We'll need all the help we can get. And you're giving me some of the armor back. Except I can't fight Ironware because I'm assuming I'm in the wrong phase. Yeah, I'm still in the wrong phase. Interesting Argent Dawn. Or Argent Crusade camp, I suppose.
Good fortune.
Welcome, Paladin. As you can see, our camp is a joint expedition between Argent Crusade members and the Cenarian Circle Druids. But we welcome all who wish to help heal the land.
Remember the
No longer does the Scourge hold this area. We, the living, are retaking Lordaeron. We have taken great strides already, as you have already seen. The earth flowers and the trees grow tall and green, and the wildlife is beginning to return. Yet a few remnants of undeath remain. While the trees and grass prosper, the animals are struggling. Something is preventing them from healing, and I intend to find out what. Bring me samples from the plagued wildlife so I may study them more closely. Plague lurker samples, venomous lurker samples, hulking plague bear samples, and diseased wolf
Good
samples.
long life.
Okay.
How may I aid you?
Hey Eric, I am Adrien Towhide, a druid of the Cenarian Circle. You can take us for healing this land where once there was only death. We accept all who choose to follow the druidic path, regardless of race, faction, or talent. Occasionally that means we enlist a druid who needs more help than others. I'd like you to meet Zen Kiki. He's pretty new, and he's still learning the craft. Would you mind taking him out with you for a while? You can practice combat on the plagued animals that roam nearby. Zenkiki is amazing. I remember the story of Zenkiki. There have been videos on the story of Zenkiki. It's really... Zenkiki's great. Human, I'm glad someone is here to help out. We Cenarian druids have recultivated Dulcin's farm immediately behind me. The land has flourished and our crops have been successful. Mostly. A few plants seem to be infected by a plague that ran through this land. Perhaps their roots were too deep. Perhaps the seeds were weak. I cannot say. All I can say is I need to be an able paladin like you to help me remove the bad plants from the good ones.
Cheerio.
Oh, sorry. Cheerio. I need you to help me remove the good plants from the bad ones. It's fine, Eric. To be honest with you, I've already mostly recorded them. Unhealthy looking pumpkin. I mean, really, is there such a thing as a healthy looking pumpkin? Pumpkins always look terrible.
Congratulations.
Fine Gilnair merchandise here.
Thanks for your help, Alexplorer. I know that picking vegetables isn't the most heroic task imaginable, but even the humblest tasks have their rewards.
Cheers, mate.
In this case, 10 gold and 50 silver. The important thing is that you're having fun, Chip.
with range.
It seems that the Plague Cauldron quests have been removed, which is a bit sad because those quests were awesome. Oh, Warg is a name. Well, oh dear. So I need hulking plague bear and diseased wolves. Well, there's a hulking plague bear. And there's a diseased wolf.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
No worries, Eric.
Arcanon Poros. Dionys
This will be more than enough, Alexplorer. Now I will need some time to perform my studies.
Blessings upon your family.
We are not the only Argent Crusaders here in the Plaguelands. Headquarters in Hearthglen lies to the north. Even nearer to the north is a small lumber mill, which we also control. Nathaniel Dumas is my main contact at the lumber mill. I encourage you to speak with him, should you find yourself in that part of the woods.
Remain
Congratulations.
vigilant.
What brings you here?
It looks like Zenkiki is still having a bit of trouble with his shape-shifting.
Ancestors.
Among other things, Zenkiki needs to work on his spell accuracy. I can see his Wrath spells spiraling out of control even from here. In fact, I use them as a marker to follow your progress through the woods. Perhaps we can use Zenkiki another way. Take him up to the top of the hill just to our east. The diseased hawks that circle above that hill must be destroyed. Ask Zenkiki to shoot at these hawks. Even if he can't hit them, he will distract them so you can finish them off.
May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Ooh, dwarf with a quest.
What's on your mind?
Word is in from Underhill, Alexplorer. The battle is resumed. It has become somewhat well known among the Alliance forces that you're a hero of the first Battle of Underhell. Thessarian has requested your presence immediately.
Safe
Congratulations.
travels.
Sorry, gotta go hawk hunting.
Be careful. I can't attack that target.
So how do I let Zinkiki know? How do I let Zinkiki know that I want him to attack one of the hawks? Like that. Oh, look at the bear he's turned into.
Congratulations.
I think Zinkiki did a great job, and that bear that he turned into was amazing.
The winds guide you.
Now we're getting somewhere. How many birds did Zinkiki end up killing? None? You killed them all yourself? All right, I suppose we'll have to find another use for him then. I will let you know when the time is
Walk
right.
with the earth.
He actually appears in most expansions, if I remember correctly. Okay, so you want me to go back to Anderhell? Well, I suppose I can fly to Anderhell because there's a flight master right here.
Can I help you?
Take me to the end or hell, as opposed to the X or hell. Oh! And here you can see the city has now been... Oh no, not yet. Hasn't been demolished more yet. Thought it might have been, but it hasn't. But Thessarian has retreated.
I am here to serve.
Word has it that you helped help those farmers arm themselves. Well, now that they're initiated in the attack without my order, they've forced my hand. The battle is resumed. This time we fight the Forsaken.
Do
Wait,
what the living cannot.
we fight the Forsaken, and I fight Kol Tira, my brother of the Ebon Blade.
The Ebon Blade.
To the east, deep within Forsaken held under hell, you will find their commanders. They do not fight, but call out orders from horseback. Hunt down and slay these commanders, Alexplorer. The Forsaken won't
We do
stand a
what the
chance.
living cannot.
Need assistance?
I'm no military expert, but this battle looks to be in our favour. Our defenders are equally matched with their death guards, but the farmers' militia has taken them by surprise from the rear. For the Alliance! Still, we should do what we can to make sure that we win. Travel east into Underhell and slay the Forsaken Death Guards that are fighting with our men. The sooner they die, the quicker we can retake Andorhell.
Off and away.
Yeah. So, in war, defeating the enemy helps. Got it. Basic strategy that certain big nations of the world don't seem to be comprehending right now. Or at least certain leader of big. Because a great way to appear militarily strong is to surrender and do anything that the opposing your opponent's military leader says. Just do that. That's going to go real well for you. Oh dear. There we go. I need to kill 3 captains and a whole bunch of death guards. There's captains everywhere and not a lot of death guards.
I'm out of range.
Do. Hey, if I kill this death card for you, can we go out on a date? What are you doing after killing the bad guy? Man, you look grumpy. Never mind.
Congratulations.
Hi, how are you?
You fight well, Alexplorer. I wish I had your ability, and your bravery, and my height, and this really cool shield, and my hairdo, and my better accent.
You have a great day now.
Well met.
Well done. With them out of the way, I have no more excuses. Soon I must battle Koltira for honor and for Andorhell.
None shall oppose you.
We nearly have this battle won, Alexplorer. I can taste victory. Try not licking your swords as constantly. The Forsaken never stood a... What the hell is that?
We do
Congratulations.
what the living cannot.
That looks like a Valkyr? Kneel, Alliance, kneel before the might of the Forsaken. Actually, that looks like more than 4 of them. Oh, shit.
I am here to serve.
Valkyr? Koltira brought Valkyr for to this fight? Has he gone mad? No, this is not Koltira's work. This was Sylvanas.
The Ebon Blade will
The Valkyr were one of the Scourge's primary weapons. Not only were they skilled in battle, but they could be used to convert corpses into Scourge minions. To think that Sylvanas is stooping to such levels for the sake of the Forsaken. We need to stop the Valkyr before they wipe us out and turn our army against us. Slay as many as you can find, and bring some of these Minutemen with you. If they've survived this long, then they must have some battle skill.
None shall oppose you, Death Lord.
You need something?
Our militia has been nearly wiped out. Only I and a few farmers remain. Those winged creatures, they took the bodies of our men and and they turned them into walking undead corpses. With every one of our men they took, they bolstered their own ranks. It pains me to admit it, but you will need to fight them too, along with the Death Guards and Valkyr. As they did in life, they hunt in packs, so take some of my Minutemen with you.
See you later.
Or, you know, not.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
It's too far away.
Why are they called Minutemen?
Closer.
Because they're men, and they don't even last a minute. The raw power comes from the woman of the group. That is not worth 63,000 gold.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Mount up, boys.
Well met.
Every Valkyr you slay, you save dozens of our men and prevent the Forsaken forces from growing. Still, they press on. We may not win this battle, after all.
The Ebon Blade will prevail.
Hey there.
You just said we weren't going to win, and then you say the Ebon Blade will prevail. Pick a lane. You fought valiantly, but we're getting nowhere. Everybody that falls just fuels their forces.
See you around.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
I am yours to command.
Our last hope of victory lies in defeating the Valkyr. You've done well up until now, but you're only one woman, and there are literally dozens of them raining destruction on the battlefield. One enormous Valkyr sits atop the tower to our south. You can see her from here. Yes, I can. Aradni, great. Perhaps if we eliminate her, the remaining Valkyr will dissipate. This is our only hope. Bring some of Grant's men with you. You'll need their protection for this battle.
We do what the living cannot.
Except I'm the living. Are you ready, farm boys? If Luke Skywalker, you can do it, so can you. In the name of Skywalker.
Congratulations.
I wanted to loot that corpse. Well done, boys.
I am here to serve.
I watched your victory from below. Well, if you watched it from above, I'm curious as to why you didn't help. Well fought, but ultimately it was for naught. The Valkyr and the Forsaken press on. Soon they will overtake us. We have lost Andor Hell.
None shall
Head south to Chillwind Camp. Tell Commander Ashlam Valorfist everything that has happened here. Me, I'm going west into Tirisfal. My battle's not yet over. I've got an appointment with that harpy that calls herself a Banshee Queen. I'm finding out what she did to Koltira.
We do
Congratulations.
what the living cannot.
May as well get the flight because I expect this will be the last time I get the chance to do it.
See you later.
Do. Like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching this after the stream and you're a WoW player, let me know what you think of the changes that they made in Cataclysm, or what you think of these quests, and what the heck has happened to Chillwind Camp. Okay. I don't think they wanted me to fly here. So I am going to log out. I think this went badly. You missed some good stuff, Eric. And then I'm going to log back in.
Congratulations.
See, now she's back, and now this is an inn. And Thurman Grant is back.
Greetings.
Lost. No. Next they'll be coming for Chillwind. I suppose this was a major strategic blow to the Alliance's plans for Lordaeron. Very well. I will report the results of this battle to King Rin. I don't expect him to be happy.
See you later.
I got Chillwind pauldrons, and they are not an upgrade. I'm going to say they're not an upgrade. Are they pretty? They're not even pretty. So next to the Northridge Lumber Mill, but I want to ride through Andor Hell and see what has changed. Yeah, I couldn't say that, Chip, because I was running around with 4 Minutemen. And Lady Paladins don't say such grotesque things with 4 men who are following them around slovenly. Now, is Andor Hell now controlled by the Forsaken? So is the Andor Hell Death Guard now going to vanish? No. So now you can see the Flight Master's gone and everything is under the control of the Forsaken. The mailbox still works though. I'm really tempted to head into Scholomance now that I've done Andor Hell. But I'm going to do the stuff up here first. which I'm assuming is going to include Haskell. So this little hill area is a place where I spent a fair bit of time, because this is one of the archaeology places. And as I said, I leveled Bremic all the way from 70 to 80 doing archaeology in Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor using dragon riding. And oh my god, is dragon riding overpowered. Like, stupidly overpowered.
Well met.
Welcome to Northridge, Paladin.
Careful.
It's good to be back in Northridge. I got my mill, my beautiful wife, and my bouncing baby boy. I've even put in my hat with the Argent Crusade. We'll be supplying Tillion's forces with lumber. My lumberjacks were being exceptionally productive, too, up until the point when the spiders came. Now they refuse to go any deeper in the woods. Maybe you can help me out. Hop onto one of my horses and use it to frighten those spiders. Maybe we can avoid bloodshed and just scare them away.
Light bless you.
You want me to be Mustang Alexplorer? I'm happy for Nathaniel. He spent so long trying to return to Northridge, and now with the Scarlet Crusade out of the way, he can finally move back home. It's just, even for such a seemingly idyllic setting, it's not really the best place to raise a family. For example, along this valley's edge you will find rabid foxes searching for innocent prey. Every once in a while I catch a glimpse of one looking right at me. Please, Paladin, remove some of these foxes. I don't feel safe with them near.
Farewell.
Kill foxes for a fox. Got it. Winnie! 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 Because everyone looks like Winston Churchill.
Congratulations.
Cute looking horse too.
Need help?
Well, sounds like they're certainly afraid of the Mustang. But they're not leaving for good. I can't have you running around on a horse forever. Nor do I think you'd want to. Fine, bloodshed it is.
For the Alliance.
The High Lord was generous enough to send some of his recruits to protect us here at the mill. With your horsemanship skills and their martial prowess, we can do away with this spider problem easily. Hop back on that Mustang and scare those spiders again. But this time, scare them all the way up here to the mill. These Haskell recruits can handle things from there.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay. So I have to scare them in this direction. Well, this is going to be tricky, isn't it?
Congratulations.
Light be with you.
Much more like it. Now my lumberjacks can get to work again. Nice riding out there, Alexplorer. You cut a pretty impressive silhouette on that Mustang. You're married.
Be careful.
Oh, before you go, I have a message for you. There's someone in Hearthglen who'd like to meet you. She said he's heard your name pop up a few times already. Consider yourself lucky, Alexplorer. Not everybody gets a personal audience with High Lord Tyrion Fordring. Oh, and feel free to use one of my Mustangs for the ride up there. They're the fastest money can buy.
Light bless you.
Congratulations.
Not really, but I'll do it anyway. Except I don't want to yet, because I've got to kill some rabid foxes. Actually, I just need to step out for a sec. Had a cat scratching at the door. Rabid foxes, you say? It's not a very pleasant euphemism. That's the political way of putting it. Which I suppose is better than kissing babies.
Congratulations. What can I do for you? Be careful. Safe travels.
Oh, farther to the south you will find Red Pine Knolls. A new arrival to the area. You probably pass some on your way here, and Sonia pretends like they're not a problem. But I know better. I've seen them running away with our lumber at night. I don't know what they do with the lumber. They don't seem particularly handy, but that doesn't stop them from stealing it. Head down to their cants and steal that lumber back.
See you around. Have a good one.
I have my doubts about those Knolls' intentions. They haven't attacked us yet, but their numbers are growing, and they seem to always have their weapons ready. I'm no military expert, but that seems like a little aggressive to me. Maybe if we took away some of their weapons, they'd be a little less likely to pose a threat to our mill. I feel much better about the whole situation if you went down there and brought some of their weapons back to me. You're walking away while talking to me, lady.
Safe travels.
Obtain 6 red pine staves and 6 red pine clubs from the gnolls. You can tell the developers don't actually expect anyone to read the quest text, can't you? Because if you actually go about reading the quest text, the NPCs walk away from you. Of course, getting the weapons back means killing them. So what she's actually saying, go kill a bunch of gnolls that haven't attacked us yet. She was right about one thing. She's no military expert. Wouldn't it be funny if it's like the Knolls are like, we came here to start a peaceful life far away from the other Knolls who were absolutely horrible all on the other continent, and we wanted to be far away from them. We spoke to the father, the man, and we paid for the logs, and we've been coming and taking him away as we agreed, and we've been building weapons to defend ourselves against all the undead that have been arriving. And then the woman is like, look at them, they've got all these weapons and they've been taking our logs, go kill them.
Scarlet Executioner says, finally out from under the boot of that she-witch of Bendis, and free to pursue my own interests. Blood, blood, and more blood.
Congratulations.
No, you pretty much do anything that anyone with a golden exclamation point over their head says. Not quite, but almost. There's the shaman. You're going to have a stave, right? Yep.
Congratulations.
It'd be funny if it turned out the wife is absolutely a psychopath who's doing getting you to go and kill all of these people because she's sick of being pent up with the baby.
Need help? Have a good one.
Some of the older lumberjacks tell me that Red Pine lived in the area several years ago, but left when the plague arrived. That doesn't make it okay for them to steal, though.
Be careful.
I just put this back over the lumber stores outside. Nathaniel probably won't even notice it was missing. I don't want to order some sort of mass knoll genocide because of my mother's worries. I just feel it's safe in my own house.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Alexplorer. I'll be throwing these in the fire. We don't want those gnolls just sneaking in and stealing them back.
See you around.
Yeah, lady, I feel that you're incredibly stable. Speaking of stables, let's get on a Mustang. And now we're heading up to Hearthglen. And then I'm getting off it because I want to kill Mutilax. I'm curious. I wonder if it's still possible to get the, or if you can, where you get the Crusader enchant, because I never did get that. Actually, let's look that up. It still drops from Scarlet Spellbinders, which it says are in this area. But I didn't see any. And all the comments are really old. It said the Scarlet Spellbinders were in this tower, but I'm seeing Red Pine Looters, not Scarlet Spellbinders. And it said, as they used to be, because you used to farm them in this tower and in this camp. Yeah, in here. Yep, up here. This is where you used to farm them as well. You used to get Scarlet Spellbinders up here. But these are Red Pine mobs as well. So where do you get Crusader now? Anyway, back on. Yeah, I don't know. So this used to be an elite zone. So there used to be, this used to be a hostile territory area rather than a friendly
How are you?
area.
See you later.
And it used to be full of elite mobs. And I don't actually remember there being a quest here at all. No, maybe there was. But it was an elite area with lots of hostile mobs. Hey Tyrion.
We shall triumph.
Yes, you shall. Alexplorer, it's truly a pleasure. I know you are young and still training, but I've had my eye on you. We among the Argent Crusade are always looking for promising new recruits, and you have indeed shown great promise. I have no immediate tasks for you, but merely wish to meet you in person and see for myself what type of human you really were. Looking at this, I'm really, really short. For the time being, the amenities of Hearthglen are yours to enjoy. I look forward to our next meeting, Alexplorer. You are dismissed.
Find the strength within you.
Hey there.
I've been many places in my life, good Paladin, including walking away from you.
What can I do for you?
I've been many places in my life, good Paladin. I fought the battle for Uncourage, passed through the Dark Portal into Outland, and joined the Argent Crusade to beat down Scourge in coldest Northrend. But before it all, I was a farmer here in Lordaeron. Now I find myself here in Hearthglen, a scant few miles from home. It's time I paid my respects. I'm headed to Mender's Stead before I return home. I wouldn't mind meeting up with you again once I get there. For fuck's sake, people!
Need something? For the
Congratulations.
Peace be with you.
Greetings. How do you do? My name is Daria. I am one of the priests in charge of preserving the peace here in Hearthglen. One of my duties involves maintaining the tower down the trail to the southeast of Hearthglen. This particular tower is of personal importance to the High Lord. It is the place where his son was killed. With the recent incursion of gnolls, however, maintenance of the tower has grown difficult. Will you help me rid the trail of some of these gnoll vandals so I can do my duty?
May the stars guide you.
What is it with these fucking quest explorers? I have something really important to tell you. It is of vital importance that you pay attention to what I am saying as I walk away and that you don't ever listen to... What? Speak up!
Can I help you?
Finally, you're here. Get to work. My men have been sparring with these wooden practice dummies for far too long. Sure, you can learn how to swing a sword by practicing with the dummy, but real combat requires a real combatant. I'd asked for them to send me someone imposing, but I suppose a skinny-armed human paladin will have to do. Now, get in there and teach my men how to fight. How about I take you on, you reckless
Be careful.
Something you doing?
Our enemies will fall. Shurelaron.
Where's the human females?
How are you?
Here we go.
See you around.
I like mixing it up with the human females, apparently.
What can I do for you?
Hello. Elune, light your path.
What do you want?
Congratulations.
Greetings.
I'm just looking over my paperwork here, and it says that we were expecting a male human paladin. You're not, Never mind, it would appear that you are not the person I originally hired, but you did a good job, so I'm going to pay you anyhow.
For the Alliance.
Say, I never caught your name. Alexplorer. Pleased to meet you, Alexplorer. I've got one more problem that needs fixing, and you have a look about you that just screams, I'm a problem fixer! There's a small mine on the northern edge of Hearthglen, where we get most of the ore that the town needs. My drudgers who work the mine normally do a decent job. Unfortunately, it seems that a larger-than-average spider has taken up residence within the cave. Think you can clear things up for me? Kill Shedril within the mine inside Hearthglen.
See you later. I supply only the finest goods.
Only the finest goods. So no crap from you then. Stand back, boys. I'll show you how it's done. Okay, did you get that? Nice and simple. Slow and steady wins the race. I reckon Hearthglen is a great town. I'm glad there's more going on here now.
Can I help you?
Nice work. In retrospect, I'm glad that other human paladin never showed up. You've proven it to be all the help I need.
Have a good one.
Say, can I borrow one of your trainees for a private mission?
What's on your mind? Safe travels.
You don't want to know what's on my mind. You really, really don't. Let's go, girls.
Congratulations.
I must admit, Alexplorer, I've been using my mind vision spell to keep tabs on you, and I must say, the number of gnolls you found on the trail is truly staggering. Allow me to concentrate for a moment. You feel Daria's mind vision travel elsewhere, then it returns to you. Further down the trail, south of Tillen's Tower, the gnolls have carved out a small meeting area to the east of the main road. Something is happening there. I'm not certain what. We should investigate. I will look for anything out of the ordinary. You just protect yourself. Let's go, girls. Hello, everyone who's watching. If you're enjoying the stream but a little uncomfortable saying anything, that's perfectly fine. But pushing the thumbs up like button really would help, like more than you know. YouTube really does pay attention to that sort of stuff.
I need a target. Congratulations.
Gnolls and necromancy? What a surprise! And I thought here in the Western Plaguelands we had put these dark days behind us. You sense Darla's eyes focusing on something on the ground. Wait, what is that? See those reagents over there? And these supplies right here? Those belong to the Argent Crusade. These belong to the Argent Crusade. Gnolls are known for thievery, but as far as I know, Hearthglen hasn't had any incursions since the Red Pine came. Very suspicious. I know a few helpful folks within Hearthglen. Morris Vant, Outfitter Mendelvieve, Breen Ironstock, and High Cleric Elphus. All can be trusted and are well connected. Question them, find out if they know anything about these lost supplies. Surprise! Man, it's kind of scary how much I'm craving my coffee today. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun, yeah. Oh. So I found Bree. She was in the stables.
Welcome.
Hello, ma'am. Heard any interesting rumours lately? Well, let's see. I heard that Magus Bisp had been spending his time cooped up on top of his tower working on some new spell. Or something. Heard that Dalgarin was planning on retiring and heading back to his farm. He may have already left, in fact. Oh, and I heard that there's some human paladin running around town asking people all sorts of annoying questions. Just playing with you, love. Hope that information helped.
Watch your back.
Hey,
I'm looking for someone who may have stolen some supplies from Hearthglen. Have any leads for me? Stolen supplies? Well, let me think about it. I know a certain priest named Daria who took all the extra wine after last week's service, but didn't throw it out, as I asked. I believe she'll be apologising soon, though. Alphys winks at you. I've also heard an abnormal number of confessions this week from one of the mages. What was his name? Crisp, Lisp, something along those lines. Now, be on your way.
be seeing you.
Well, it's good to know that confessional in the video game market is about as private as confessional in the real world.
What can I do for you?
You noticed anything strange lately? Any new customers in the blacksmith shop? Just me. Well, let's see. I saw some drudges running away from that mine over there. Said something about a spider. New customers. Well, there's Geraldine, the lovely young gnome who bought an axe twice her size last week. Oh, and Major's Bisp came by asking for armour. Not sure why he'd need plate armour.
I buy and trade.
Unfortunately, I have everything that you're
The
selling.
Alliance.
Have you noticed anything strange lately? Any new customers buying anything suspicious?
What is this? An interrogation? You're not one of Fordring's internal affairs guys, are you? Well, I've got nothing to hide. Let me look over my records. Last week I sold a ball gown to Lieutenant Minor, which struck me as odd. What else? Major's Bisp bought several dozen leather jerkins, which he couldn't give a reason for. Oh, and Friar Burlingham came by to stock up on swimwear for his trip to Hardrench Hideaway. That's about it. Now, if you don't mind, I have customers. Sure you do.
Light bless you.
I would like to apologize to all of Mendelev's customers for making them waiting. I assume you are all rogues deciding to wear a lot of cloth for some reason. Do. Wait, where's... over here. Did you notice, Alexplorer? Many names were mentioned, but one name was mentioned far more than the others. Sorry, did you burp? Magus Bisp is one of Hearthglen's most preeminent arcanists. To imagine that he would be interacting with gnolls and dabbling in necromancy, unthinkable. But you just thought it. So if you're thinking it and it's unthinkable... Oh my god, the game's going to delete itself. You'll find him atop the tower near Hearthglen's main gate. Hopefully he'll have an explanation for all of this. If not, well, I wouldn't go to the top of that tower unprepared, Alexplorer.
Goddess, watch over you.
So, what's your recommendation for preparation? How about you come with me? Or can I borrow one of those nice female human recruits? And when I save her life, she'll be grateful. What is wrong with my brain right now?
How are you? Safe travels.
Ah, so it's this tower. So the entrance isn't near the main gate. Right, cool. Hey, outpost. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. Possibly having had been unwell for a few days, He may just burp. That is some hat.
King's honor, friend.
What are you doing up here, human? Can't you see you're interfering with the visual Argent Crusade business? I was just wondering what you knew about gnolls to the south. Someone has been giving them supplies to practice necromancy. Oh, I'm gonna arcane burst you now.
Congratulations.
He committed suicide on my shield. I suppose that we can take his aggression as an admission of guilt. You all right, Alexplorer?
Congratulations.
So you killed a member of the Argent Crusade inside of Haskling. Usually that's not smiled upon, even in self-defense. I didn't even hit him. I recommend you come back to Marenhold Keep and turn yourself in to High Lord Fordring. Hopefully he will hear you out and will be sympathetic with your situation. I hope I haven't gotten you into any trouble. I didn't even touch him. He committed suicide on my Paladin shield. Fordring should know all about that, him being, you know, the Paladin. Bum, bum, bum. Having spent a few days doing a lot of dragon riding, moving around at this slow speed is really strange. That sword he's carrying, by the way. I think I've got that transmog.
The time of the Argent Crusade is now.
Now? Like now? What about 5 minutes ago or 5 minutes? So if I wait 5 minutes and come back, it won't be the time of the Argent Crusade?
I'm already aware of your actions, Alexplorer. I welcome you into my town, gave you my blessing, and what do? You slay the traitor that we've been hunting down for weeks. Well done! Your heroism is budding much earlier than even I had anticipated.
The end of the scourge draws near.
All of the scourge? For Dring! Wait. So who is Dring? And why are you for him? And why is my brain completely broken today? No, I'm just going to fly.
What can I do for you?
See you around.
Hey there.
It would appear that I arrived before you, Alexplorer. It's because you also had access to a griffin. Field Agent Cartish has given details about my old home. It seems my battles with the Scourge aren't quite over yet.
Have a good one.
It's funny the things you remember. I spent 16 hours a day working the fields, and every 7th day I'd head into the bustling Underhill to sell what I'd grown. It was a tough life, but we did all right. But I barely remember any of that. When I think back to those days, I think about Gloria's smile, or Andrea waving from the window whenever I'd look up from the plough. The farm's just a bit to the east. But I'm not sure I'm ready to go back, Alexplorer. I'd just like to make sure I hold on to these memories. Travel to the farmhouse in Garen's Withering and gather any mementos you can find. But there's a quest over here that wasn't here before. I can go get it now.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
My analysis is complete. The blight that... Oh, no, it's one of the blight that... I'm not going to get this right. The blight that affects the animals here is no residual disease. No, it's something new, and I think I know what it is. The Cult of the Damned maintains a plague cauldron on a farm called Garen's Withering. This farm is due southeast of us, close to where the eastern plague lands begin. I need a sample from this cauldron to verify my suspicions. Eliminate the cauldron lord present there for its key, and then you will then be able to access the cauldron and obtain my sample. You used to have to do that for all 4 cauldrons. So you'd have to kill the cauldron commanders on all of the cauldrons and then get their and it was here, the Mander's Stead, Dulcin's farm, and the Felstirl fields, and you used to have to do it for all of them would have cauldrons. So lots of cauldron farming. But they were hot cauldrons. So they were warmdrons. I don't know why I say stupid things like this. Oh, I'm glad you've been enjoying Ambershire. That's great. I've heard good things. I couldn't start another character on slow classic. I think my brain would melt. I could not go back and start again. Oh.
Hit target. Congratulations.
An access panel to the cauldron remains securely fastened. In order to open it, you need to find the key, which I have. Cauldron Lord Sora's key disintegrates as it touches the lock on the access panel at the base of the cauldron's platform. A slight clanking noise is heard within. The access panel swings open to reveal more vicious toxins within the cauldron's framework. There is a small spigot that the bottle fits well enough under, allowing you to draw a sample for Field Agent Kartath back at Mander's Stead. You carefully close the spigot in the control panel, watching the cauldron's pewtered ichors drip into the empty bottle. With the poison in hand, it's time to return to Field Agent Kartath at Mander's Stead. If I was at level, there is no way I could ever have read those quests. It would not have been possible, because I would have been killed by the mob. Hey, ignition. Looking for a faded finger painting. Surely a faded finger painting is going to be in the kitchen, right? There it is. The faded finger painting of a sheep. I swear 500 yards would be about 3 seconds on if you're using dragon riding. It is disturbing how fast dragon riding is. Maybe a little longer, but not much. It's so fast. Makes the world feel so small. Garen's withering houses a viscously potent plague cauldron. Once we have a sample of the plague, I've got one, it spews forth. Right, great. We'll be able to determine whether the cult of the damned is truly responsible for continuing to poison the land.
Do not lose
Good work. One moment, please. The Draenei takes a moment to compare your sample with the sample he presumably had distilled earlier. Yes, this appears to be the same corruption that is affecting the wildlife. With this knowledge and with your combat expertise, we may have the power to stop this. The cult of the Damned maintains a small camp to the east. Militia outpost. Militia outpost. So I've got to go to a militia outpost, which they've used for field training outside of Scholarmats. You may have allowed them to proceed unchecked with this training for too long. If the cultists are truly using the plague to inoculate the wildlife, the militia outpost must be where the inoculation is occurring. Instructor Militia runs the outpost. Oh, so Militia is running the militia outpost. Never would have put that together. Why? What is up with me today? Find her, slay her, and find out who she's taking orders from.
Blessings upon your family.
But I have no family.
You need something?
I wouldn't expect you to indulge the whims of a nostalgic old man, Alexplorer. Still, if you find yourself in the area...
See you later.
This... Gloria used to read from this prayer book every night. How had I forgotten? She was so devout, Alexplorer. Oh, this painting. My daughter, Andrea. She loved to paint.
See you around.
So you're giving me her locket. Tell you what, just talk to Chad and get the locket back. I'm sure he'll give it to you.
Have a good one.
I'm telling you right now, Chad has your daughter's locket. I am sure he will give it back to you.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
While you've been away, I've been trying a different approach on our friend Zenkiki. I believe he may have a future as a healer, mainly because healing spells never miss. I hear from Field Agent Cartish that the cultist camp to the east is where the plagued animals are coming from. I hope you don't mind escorting Zenkiki over there. Perhaps he can help heal some of the plagued animals within the camp. Bring Zenkiki to Militia Outpost in the Western Plaguelands, then break 4 captive plague bears out of their cages and allow Zenkiki to heal them.
Ancestors watch over you.
He gave me a buff again.
Greetings, man.
Mon. You meant to say Mon. As in... Never mind. Nothing to see here. It's not as if I ever get naked while questing or anything. Keep running him into lampposts and trees.
Congratulations.
You take a look at the paperwork Militia was carrying. The orders in Militia's possession incriminate Darkmaster Gandling of the Scholomance. They also conceal another important bit of information. The cult orders state that the plague from the cauldron at Koiron's Withering is in fact being used for two purposes. The first is to practice of spreading disease throughout the animals of the Plaguelands, which you already knew about. The remainder of the plague is being shipped to Weeping Cave, a cavern north of Militia's outpost, for use in some dark experiments. Students of the Scholomance are using this plague to reanimate the dead. Certainly, they must be stopped. Kill 2 Crestinovian disciples, 2 flesh-cobbled brutes, 2 flesh-cobbled rippers, and 4 unholy corpuscles within the Weeping Cave. Come on, Zenkiki, you've got a healing job to do.
Congratulations. This did used to be a slime cave, and there was something that you used to farm in this slime cave, and I cannot remember what it was. I don't think it was the oozing bags. I think it was something else. Flesh cobbled rippler. Not a ribbed flesh cobbler? No, that's a... Did anyone else see flesh cobbled rippler and think condom? And there is a bug. A rare spawn bug. Why do I have a map open down there? How did that even happen? Ah, that's interesting. Didn't know that was a thing. Out of range. Congratulations.
No way that's worth 12,000. Can't be. So, the reason there'd be no quests that send me into Scholomance is because they changed Scholomance. I think it was in Cataclysm. I think it was in Cataclysm, and made it a much shorter dungeon with a lot less stuff in it. Scholomance used to have like 11 or 12 bosses in it, but they changed it to only have 4. and for it to be a lot more linear, and they changed the boss fights to be a different design to the way they were in Classic. But they've also introduced a way, like a couple of expansions after that, I think it was only a couple of expansions ago, to unlock the original Scholarmance, which I have done. I actually have a video of that, which I did on, I think I did it on my mage. So what I can do, if this ends the zone, which it might, because I've been everywhere now, except Scholarmance, is head to Scholarmance. And do the original Scholar.
You wish to speak?
By the grace of the Earth Mother, he's done it. Thank you, Alexplorer. I admit I had nearly given up hope on Zenkiki. It is only due to your patience and diligence that he has come into his own as a druid and member of the Cenarian Circle. And that's without even mentioning the good you've done for nature. You have my admiration and respect.
May the eternal sun shine.
The Naru have not forgotten.
You have gone above and beyond, Alexplorer. I've gone above and beyond, Alexplorer. I'm floating above my own head. Not only have we set back the cult of the damned in their crusade to re-plague the plague lands, but you have uncovered another set of dire plans. They continue to reanimate the dead. Your name will definitely be mentioned when this information is presented to High Lord Fordring, Alexplorer. You have my thanks and the blessing of the Argent Crusade.
Do not lose faith.
And I think that's it for quests in Western Plaguelands. So what we do now ladies and gentlemen, I don't have the item that allows me to talk to the creatures outside Scholarmance, though. Now, maybe the rare spawn spider can now be seen by me. See? Now it is there and I can potentially kill it because I'm not being phased to where the farmers are still here. So, in the middle of Caer Darrow, over there, is the ruins of an old town. So, there's an island over there called Caer Darrow. There's a bridge to Caer Darrow. And as you cross into Caer Darrow, a ruined town, you will enter Scholarmance. Well, at the back of Caer Darrow is the school Scholarmance. Back in classic days, I would have said this was the dungeon that Felinay and I used to enjoy running the most. Felinay used to run this one a lot because there were a couple of recipes in here that she was very unlucky in getting. But also we would run this a lot because we would need to get to the alchemy lab, which I will talk about. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Caer Darrow. Around Caer Darrow, there are a whole bunch of people, which for some reason I'm able to see. Like, I can see Magma Frostwake. I can see one of them. But normally you could only see any of these ghosts if you there was an item that you would get, and you saw me use that item while I was doing the quest to unlock Old Scholomance. But you would come up here, and this is just a small destroyed town. See, some of these ghosts are still... Here's the spectral essence, and the spectral essence would allow me to see all the ghosts, but I don't need another one. Now, if you come through here, this used to require a key, so you used to have to do a quest and get the key from Arrowhead to the Summoner, and this is the entrance to the current version of Scholomance. But I'm not here to do the current version of Scholomance. Over here, because I did the quest chain, is the way for me to go into the memory of Scholomance, or the grim history of Scholomance, and this is taking me into the original version of Scholomance. So this is the original version of Scholomance. So you would come in and you'd get this small bridge, but at the end of the bridge there's a couple of skeletons. Now, in the new version of Scholomance, this room is a boss fight, but in this version of Scholomance, it's just a room. Now, I didn't need to come this way and kill everything, but... that gate there is what you'd have to go through to get to the next section of the dungeon. And there used to be a quest to see all of the deeds to Caer Darrow and stuff. They're different deeds, and this was one of them here, but you don't need to do this anymore. Because this dungeon isn't current, there's no quests to come in here anymore. Life stealing. One of the most common recipes in the game. It says 500. It's not worth 500. It's just not. Because anyone who comes in here and clears that room will get one. So the Chamber of Summoning. You've got these dark summoners that will continue to summon mobs until they are killed. So you had to basically try and pull these one pack at a time. And there is a boss down here, but to summon the boss you need the Blood of Innocence, and the Blood of Innocence comes from the back half of the dungeon. I mean, it is possible it can drop from earlier, but it's very rare. And you'd have to sneak through here and definitely hug to the right here because you didn't want to pull any of these mobs. And that patrol, if you were standing in the wrong place when you came through this door, could be standing close enough that he'd aggro and then aggro the next pack. And that was a guaranteed wipe. I think that was one of the deeds. And this door, oh, the Iron Gate is openable. It used to not be openable until you'd done some stuff. But let's go down. This is a boss that everyone would skip. So you go down into the basement. And down here is where you can find Janice Barov. And everyone would skip Janice Barov because this room sucked. Because there were mobs running around like that, and there's all sorts of things, so you'd easily get more than one pack at a time. And when you kill some of these mobs, they don't actually fall down. what they do is, like, you can see this guy isn't dead, and then he would stand up later and become a reanimated corpse. So he goes to 0 health, but doesn't actually fall down. So if you're trying to speed through it, you then get a pack later on, and you're fighting the next pack, and then a guy from the previous pack comes through, and only then will he drop stuff, and you have to kill him again. So you have to kill them twice, and if you're in the middle of another pack but something patrols through, you could end up getting multiple packs. And it was like, oh lord, this stuff is really, really annoying. So everyone would skip this because it was so tricky. So, which was annoying when you were playing on a rogue, because Janice would drop one of the rogue pieces that you would want for the rogue tier 1 dungeon set. I think it was the shoulders.
I don't have a target.
But as you can see, I'm getting Invader Scourgestones because I have the Empowered Argent Dawn commission, which I got from doing the Nax Ramus attunement quest to unlock old Nax Ramus stuff. And it was one of the first things I did. It's the only thing I've really done with Felinae since I started playing again. But now we're going to go fight the original Rattlegore. And there were quests to kill these hatchlings as well. I think there was a quest in Lower Blackrock Spire that you could get, which came from a drop. There was a world drop you could get, I think. No, it was a quest from Anderhell. You could get a quest from Anderhell, I think it was from Crommy, who I was talking about before, and then you would be sent into Lower Blackrock Spire, and then in Lower Blackrock Spire you'd have to collect a whole bunch of items, and one of the items was a very rare drop that only a Skinner could collect in Upper Blackrock Spire, and then some of the items were being farmed from those plague bats. It was a huge amount of work. This area, these risen constructs were really, really tough. So you would try to pull them one at a time, because if you got more than one mob at a time, it could really wipe your group. So you'd send someone with a good range ability in to try and pull one of these, pull it back out the door so the tank could then pull it off you. And if you got Rattlegore at the same time, because Rattlegore was rough, if you got Rattlegore at the same time, you were just toast. Corpse like Greaves. Indestructible is a nice upgrade to get, but I'm not worried about gold. Indestructible means that they can't be damaged, but they've got less haste on them, so. But I got the viewing room key, and I got some Invader Scourgestones. Invader's Scourgestones can be handed in, fortunately they're warbound locked, can be handed in an NPC that I unlocked doing the Nax Ramus attunement to try and get some special Nax Ramus rewards that are from original Nax Ramus. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do Nax Ramus. I don't think I do. I think I'm going to wait until Wrath of the Lich King before I do any Nax Ramus, even though I've unlocked Nax Ramus in Eastern Plaguelands, because it really is considered to be Wrath of the Lich King dungeon by most people. So that was Rattlegore. Through this door, there used to be something through there. I think a rogue could unlock it or something. I can't remember. But I can't remember how you would unlock that door. But you can see there's an old treasure chest in there, but I don't remember how you unlock this door. There is a way of doing it. thought there was a lever somewhere in the dungeon. I thought it was in this room, actually. I'm trying to remember where it is, but there is a way of opening that door. It might be in the library on the other side. So you can see there's a library here. Another Scourge Stone. Another Scourge Stone. And all of the students become hostile. Lots of books in here. Like different books about different stories, which you can read if you want to. I couldn't bother going through all of them. I can't remember if there was a secret panel. I can't remember how you opened that door. There used to be a way to do it. But down here is the room that every alchemist hated for two reasons. The first is there was a recipe in here that was really, really rare. And they would need to Raz Frostwhisper, that guy over there, dropped a flask recipe that they wanted. And second, this was the only alchemy lab in the game for a long time. And if you wanted to make flasks, this was the only place you could do it. So you'd have to bring all of the materials that you needed with limited bag space into the dungeon to make the flasks. And because the Black Lotus, which were needed to make them, was so incredibly rare, often alchemists would like get 1 or 2 Black Lotus, come in, make the flasks so that they could sell the flasks so they could afford more Black Lotus to come in and do it again. It was terrible. And often people would clear the instance and then someone would stay in the instance and hold it open and then invite alchemists in to do runs to the alchemy lab. And now we're entering the final area. So if you come into this in the new version of Scholomance, Dark Master Gandling, the boss is just standing there. But in this version, you need to kill all of the 6 mini-bosses, which sometimes drop loot, but not always, in order for him to appear. And this was Gandling was a really interesting fight. So some of these guys were really tough. I don't remember any of the specific mechanics of them, but some of these guys were really tough. I know that this next guy that I'm about to look at, we used to... Oh, no, not this one. Yeah, this guy had, I think, a bleed or something, or a poison ability that was just raw. Ancient Bone Bow. There's the Blood of Innocence, which I'll be able to use to summon the last boss when I go back out. So it's the middle room downstairs. That must be the one I was thinking of. This guy was just all about clearing. I'm pretty certain this guy was just a fairly standard tank and spank. Got the Cadaverous Leggings. Nice.
I need a target.
So the Cadaverous set had a really interesting look to it. So through here you have one of the Barrel family, if I remember. Yeah, Lucia Barrel. On the other side, you can see the Ravinian. Now, this guy is the one I remembered because he would hit like a truck. As with these Risen Warriors, they would just hit the tank for so much. So, as a priest, normally you get mages to do... There's one of the deeds. Why am I being buffed by something? Oh, it's the debuff I'm getting from these guys. Normally you would get mages or rogues or something to do crowd control, but these are undead, and the only things with crowd control versus undead are paladins and priests. And I'm not even sure I've got crowd control on this paladin. I don't even know that I bothered picking it up. Don't know. But, so what would end up happening is, as a priest, I'd have to shackle one of those. Hammer of the Vesper. Apparently I already had it. Yeah, I've got a few things that look like that. And now we go to the Ravinian, which was just a tank and spank. And Darkmaster Gandling has now spawned. There he is. He was not there before. Now, I don't think there's a loot thing for him, but he can drop that staff that he's carrying. Now, one of the interesting things about Gandling is when you used to do him as a party, he would randomly teleport one of the party members into one of these rooms, and the person would have to clear the room of a bunch of mobs before the door would open and you could get back to the fight. And if he teleported out the healer or the tank, it could be really interesting because he wasn't really tankable because he was a spellcaster, so it was okay, but the healer would have a much tougher time if he teleported out the tank. And if he teleported out the healer, then all of a sudden it became really interesting about how they managed the damage that he would do. People would have to use defensive cooldowns, and it was really interesting little fight. This fight was really fun. And he didn't drop anything interesting. Although Boots of the Shrieker is something that I didn't have the look of, but I did have from a different thing. So that's most of Old Scholarmance. I don't remember how to open that little door. There is a way of doing it, and I don't remember what it is. There may be something up there. There was a little secret button somewhere. I don't remember where. It could be anywhere in the instance. Because I actually do not remember. But because I picked up the Blood of Innocence, which is there, I can come down here and use the Blood of Innocence to summon Kurtonus the Herald. Don't ask me how I remember all of this. Here he comes, flying in the window. He's a really ugly gargoyle, who I don't think actually drops anything I need. Hey, hey, he's Catonus. And that is old Scholomance. Lots of really cool libraries and stuff in here. So you can see the little door down there. I don't remember where the secret button to open it is, but you can see it from here. So there's the door. Was it in here? I don't remember. Could have been in this library. I will never, I just don't remember. But that is old Scholomance. Where's my Hearthstone set? Trade District, cool. And when I zone out, it's not going to take me to the stairs, because those are the stairs that are down into the same area as New Scholomance, except I went into the memory of Scholomance because I'd unlocked this. I'm really glad that they added old... Oh, Putridus. Rare spawn. Glad I walked out. I'm really glad that they added old Scholomance to the dungeon, and I really hope they do the same for Upper Blackrock Spire and Sunken Temple. They're the two I really want them to add back in. I'm going to hearth, and then I'm going to take a break. I will probably be back and do more later. I still have Eastern Plaguelands to do, and Scholomance, not Scholomance, and Stratholm, and then I'm done with the classic game apart from just a couple of random quests. And then I can head into the Burning Crusade, which I'm really looking forward to. Let's do some clearing out of bags before I finish.
Greetings. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm going to way undersell that. Same there. Same there. Same there. Yeah, I'm going to actually put that up for like 25. I'm going to put that up for 25. There's no way that's going to sell. Oh. Wow, 3 people come online at exactly the same time. That's a boom. That's a boomer. Oh, what, didn't I sell the gold?
Greetings.
I didn't even see the gold.
Go with honor, friend.
Oh, also into my warband, I
What
want
can
to
I
put
do for you?
the... Ooh, I'm dropping frames. It's a good time to be doing it.
For the Alliance.
What are you looking for? See you around.
Okay. And with that, I'm going to say I need to take a break. That's basically as far as I can take this today. Or not today. I will be back later, but I need to take a break. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This has been a lot of fun. One more zone to do, and then I can head into Outland and start doing the Burning Crusade quests, which I have to say, I'm really looking forward to, because I think I haven't done a playthrough of the Burning Crusade zones since Wrath of the Lich King came out. So it's going to be really interesting to revisit those quests. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope it's interesting to see these zones from the ground and what they're like. I hope it's a lot of fun. I will change my thumbnail to be a back to session 1 and change it to the Burning Crusade. But it will include some stuff from Classic as I come across it, I'm sure. But I'm going to spend most of my time in Outland. This is a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying this journey. And as always, good luck finding the quests that make you happy in life. Bye, everyone.